It's Pleb Talk. What's up, you damn plebeians? Neo with the Balding Plebs, joined here by my brother,
Jdog.
All right, Jdog. This one has actually been requested by fellow subscribers, Zelda Master John. Let's talk about being YouTubers. Let's talk about what it takes, and let's talk about how our approach to YouTube has changed as we've kind of evolved and grown as a channel.
Let's.
Sure. So I think it's common knowledge that these days pretty much anybody that, you're not seeking to upload, I guess, truly hateful, evil content can take a video and upload it to YouTube and have a YouTube channel. Everybody can have a YouTube channel. That's what's so special about YouTube.
Yeah. And, there is kind of that stigma that, the big guys are out there and they're always going to be there and nobody can break through.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sometimes you're going to feel that way. I'll be honest with you. But it's still an opportunity that's there that doesn't cost a ton of money to get into if you have some of the equipment already. And a lot of people already have PCs that are halfway reasonable. Yeah. And, a little camera and a $20 green screen like we use. Yeah. And you kind of have your setup for the most part.
Basically, yeah.
So this isn't some huge, necessarily massive investment from the start that you have to make. Again, assuming you already have the PC. That's kind of the biggest thing for some of the video editing stuff.
Yeah, it's a fairly big investment in the PC.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. The PC is the real the thing that'll stop you if you don't have that.
Yep.
Understand this, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you thinking about getting into YouTube, if you do it with the expectation of getting a return on investment, at least right away, I don't know if you're going to be happy with your results.
You will probably disappoint yourself.
I don't know if we've actually made our money back, so to speak. If you actually look at the investment in, the PC and the camera.
Nope.
I mean,
no.
There just isn't that type of money in it unless you get magical luck.
So let's talk about the very beginnings. We'll get into the Balding Plebs, and then we'll get into where we are today. The very beginnings of, I would say, the relevant part of the story for us would be when I started the YouTube channel with Dealer, and we were on Dealer and the Beast together. We YouTubed together for about 4 years, just mostly, gameplays and what we called podcasts, where we would just get together for an hour at a time and just talk about life in general. So we were doing that for a while, and we never really busted big-time subscribers. We never really hit that big, like 12, 15, 20, 30, 40 subscribers in a day for a small channel. And one day, we did an OBS review, which is what we called it at the time, on Prey 2017. And that was the first video that you and I ever did together.
It was, and I think what was different about that video and what kind of changed a lot of things is where we just kind of said how we really felt. And we weren't trying to make friends, necessarily.
Sell a game.
We weren't trying to act like we liked a game that we didn't like.
Regardless
of what others felt about it. And I think that was the difference. You look back at a lot of your older videos, there was a lot of copying, right? There was a lot of, let me watch a famous YouTuber, I'll go out and try to create a video that's like his, right? Or I'll go out and try to play the same games that he plays, and I'll try to act like I'm having a good time playing them when I'm really not.
When really deep down I'm like, this actually fucking sucks.
And so there's a lot of that going on, and I think those large YouTubers command such a presence, right? And they've built that, and they deserve it because they've built it,
yes,
right?
They do deserve it.
And you don't want to take anything away from them, but if people want to watch that type of content, they're already there.
They're already, if you want to watch a horror gameplay, you're already watching Dashy. You're already watching Markiplier.
Yeah. So you've already got somebody that you're watching that's doing that, that's already gotten famous for doing it. So for you as a starting YouTuber to go out and do it and expect to have that sort of success is foolish. It's just not going to happen.
Unless you know the right people.
Or you get real lucky. But for the most part, it's not going to happen.
Yep.
So you've just got to find your own voice. You've got to find something that resonates with you. And I think there's just such a oh my God, if people don't agree with me, right?
The world's going to end.
The world's going to end. Or if people don't agree with my opinion, obviously I'm bad. Obviously I did something that upset somebody, so I shouldn't do this anymore. And that sort of thinking is very counterproductive.
Yeah. Especially on YouTube and the internet in general.
You've got to have your own opinion. If you're playing a game you don't enjoy it, now I don't tell you to just say that you don't enjoy it. You should be able to articulate why you're not enjoying it.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, you are your own person. Your channel is its own entity. And it has every right to have your content on it with your opinion, regardless of whether or not that opinion is shared by the majority of people.
Yep.
This is everything.
Yep.
Right? There is a certain sense of fakeness that comes across when I think you might not see it as the creator, but the people watching will see it, right?
Yes.
They're going to get this sense that maybe you're not really enjoying it as much as you claim to be, or you're not being as truthful as you claim to be.
Yeah.
And this is kind of where our channel has kind of evolved to. It's just like we just kind of say what we really feel.
Yeah, and we're just kind of tired of feeling like we have to say what everybody else thinks we should say.
We don't owe any game company anything.
No.
We don't owe any game anything.
No.
And so that's kind of our identity.
Yeah.
You've got to find your own identity. If you're going into YouTube, you've got to find your own identity. What you talk about, whether it's just a simple talking to the camera like this, whether it's gameplays, whether it's reviews, what you talk about has to be unique to you and your channel. There has to be a reason for somebody to come to your channel and watch your content versus going to
PewDiePie and watching a meme review.
There. Or, if we want to have a game review, we'll go to IGN, right? Or we'll go to any of the other major publications that have a YouTube channel and watch their review. So, what causes somebody to come to your channel to watch your specific review or your specific opinion about something? And that's really what you got to be thinking about at all times if you're going to start your own channel. And yeah, it's going to be a little tough to break through. It's going to be tough to stick at it, especially when the subscribers don't come necessarily right away.
Well, look at like Deal and the Beast. 4 years, and we were only up to about 150 subscribers before we started doing Dauntless podcast discussions, no BS reviews, and
well, to be fair, let's use that as an example. So
sure.
In those first 3 years, right, or however many years it was, you played a lot of games that other people had already played.
Absolutely.
You acted like a lot of those people acted.
Absolutely.
You attempted to create that same thing that had already been done. So you were an imitator in a lot of ways. So
yeah,
you didn't create your own voice, your own reason for somebody to be at your channel. And then when you switch it and you start talking about games that you wanted to talk about, things that you were interested in, and give an opinion that was actually yours, you started to be more authentic. And that is a major key. So don't necessarily, if you're thinking about going to do your own YouTube channel, you might want to watch videos to get I would say kind of a template for how you should edit or create a video that's at least visually appealing.
Yep.
But there's no reason to go and imitate somebody else.
Yeah, don't do that.
That is a sentence for very little subscriber growth.
Yeah, and I think that is a real. I think stigma is the right word. I think that is a real stigma on YouTube, where the creator has to always be positive about the game, has to always say, I'm having fun. And actually PewDiePie talked about this in one of his videos. He came out and said, I found myself playing these games, and it's like, I don't want to have to fake the same scares. I don't want to have to, make the same jokes. Like, I'm tired of it. And he's absolutely right. There's absolutely a stigma out there that YouTubers always have to be positive about what they're doing in the game, or what they're doing in their, with the review. I think that's total bullshit. And I think it hinders a lot of channels.
Yep.
I think it hinders a lot of young channels that want to get started. They see these guys doing these things, they see these guys having fun. And, sure, once you have 8 million views, maybe, or 8 million subscribers, maybe it doesn't matter. you know, how you act when you're playing a game. Maybe you're just, you know, well, I'm just doing another gameplay. It's going to get 500,000 views overnight. Who cares, you know? But there's definitely a stigma out there where the YouTuber always has to say positive things and can't, you know, say this game fucking sucks.
Yep.
And I think that's wrong.
Total nonsense.
And I think it's definitely a like YouTuber culture, not just from the viewers but from creators too. And I think it's absolutely it destroys young channels.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. It prevents people from finding their real voice.
Yep. Yep.
So.
The best thing we ever did was we would play a game. We'd look at it. and We'd say, "Wow, you know, for $30, I didn't have that much fun. Here's why."
Mm-hmm.
And instead of saying it's okay, we said, "No, it sucked. It's not fun. I didn't have fun. You might, but I did not."
Mm-hmm. Don't piss your money away.
Yeah.
So what have we done then to allow? Because okay, YouTube is a part of our life. It is not our life.
Sure.
Right?
So
this is important, guys, because I think a lot of people again expect to sit down and start having these paychecks roll in.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to happen.
It's not a reality.
It is not a reality.
So, you know, for us, here's the thing. For us, you know, a lot of people say, how much research did you do going into this game? Absolutely none. When was the last time we actually researched a game before we played it? Other than, you know, reacting to trailers and maybe watching an IGN gameplay video.
Yeah, I don't really research games. I'm either interested in them or I'm not.
I don't sit there and read about the developers. I don't sit there and read about the artists or the art teams. Like, it's not that I don't care about that stuff. I don't have the time for it.
I absolutely don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who makes it. I just care that it's good. I care that I enjoy playing it. That's the only thing I care about.
It's like, at the end of the day, you know, for you and I, YouTube, it is kind of like a second job, but it's not the number one priority in our lives.
Well, I think, okay, what developer makes it? Sure. I mean, if a developer is behind it that I've had good experiences with in the past, that might be a positive thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't automatically mean that I'm going to shell out $60, like, get
Day
on my
one,
hands
no
and knees
questions.
And just flip money at
You know,
them.
fuck everybody that doesn't agree with you.
Yeah.
Stop talking to them. You know, that's not how we do it. But, you know, there's definitely some people that I think come on this channel, maybe first-time viewers. You know, I think a lot of our, you know, the people that subscribe to us, that watch all the content or most of our content, realize, hey, you know, these guys do other stuff too.
Yeah.
And so, but you know, some people come on here and they think, well, how come you didn't know X, Y, and Z? What's wrong with you? It's common knowledge. Well, it's common knowledge if you sit on the internet and read about it all day, which we don't.
Yeah.
So we have actual, can I use the word career?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think just realistically, unless you're making enough money on YouTube,
you're probably not doing
to
this for your
pay
job day
your
one.
mortgage and pay for food and stuff. This is a side job.
Side job / hobby.
That's what it is. You've got to understand that. Now, that doesn't mean you can't build it into something that's a main source of revenue.
Of course you can.
Initially, you have to understand that the payoff is very low, right?
Yep.
Very low, and maybe it can start to ramp up through a lot of work and dedication.
Let's talk about that.
But you have to understand that I think for a lot of YouTubers like you're talking about, it's not life or death, right? Like it's not what's actually putting food on the table.
Yes.
And that's important to understand.
So our situation for you and I, you know, we both work a job together outside of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not going to get into the specifics of it or anything, but we have a day job. And it's about 60 to 80 hours a week of actual work outside of this. And it is a number one priority.
Yeah. So if you want to do a YouTube channel in order to stay relevant in analytics and all that good shit that Google's got going on behind the scenes, you kind of got to upload every day.
If you want to build that channel on day one.
If you're looking to consistently build your channel.
You know, once you have 9, I'll tell you what, I'll use a channel that I've been watching recently who's been growing quite rapidly, ADHD's World. I like the channel. Fun to watch, good content. But they upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
But they have a schedule.
And they have a schedule, and they have an established fan base of just over or almost 1 million subscribers. When you have that kind of fan base, you don't need to upload every single day if you don't want to.
But you have a schedule.
Yes.
They
know what to expect.
It's not necessarily uploading every day. It's uploading consistently.
Yes.
That's the key.
And it's showing that commitment.
Yep. So his subscribers understand that he's going to have a video Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yep.
Or maybe he's filming Tuesday and Thursday and taking the weekends off. doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Every channel can be different. That's fine. But I'm saying every channel that wants to be successful must be consistent. If you upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and for some reason you're not going to have a video on a certain Monday, you better let your subscribers know.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're expecting it. Right? And it's kind of an implicit part of your job as a YouTuber to be connected to your fan base.
Yes.
Right? That's very important.
Yes. Yes.
Now, they might not always agree with your opinion or your content. That's one thing. But the actual act of providing said content is your implicit job.
Yes.
So, YouTube has made it a lot easier recently, I think, with some of the way they allow you to schedule things.
Absolutely.
Where I think this is something you think about, too, when you're saying, hey, I want to do this and I want to have 4 uploads a week. Well, you don't want to be on kind of a time crunch, right, where you have to come home from work or whatever it is that you're doing and rush out a video. And for a while, this was a problem for us.
Yeah. And
is we were trying to rush out a video every day.
And so when we first started, of course, the Balding Plebs, when the Balding Plebs first started, we were pulling a lot of old content over at first. And then we had started to really do like hype nights for Monster Hunter World. We did a lot of shorter live streams for Monster Hunter World when the game first dropped. And that would be our content for each day. Mm-hmm. We would come home at night. It'd be 8 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock at night. I'd come downstairs and I'd live stream for an hour. That was the video for the day. That was it. Or even like with Kingdom Come Deliverance, back when Murph had his car accident. They know about that. But back when Murph had his car accident with Kingdom Come Deliverance, I would go to work until 5 or 4 or 6, come home, record an hour-and-a-half episode, edit it, and upload it immediately. So that's how I was doing content, and that, I'm telling you, as the person who was doing it, was becoming very exhausting.
It's very burnout.
It is ultra burnout. You will burn out if you do that.
Yep.
I burned out. Mm-hmm. And I want to do this channel every day, and I burned out. Mm-hmm.
It's just a natural thing.
It is.
Like, it's very impossible to do and still live your life and then add on to it an additional hour, 3 hours commitment every day for this.
There were nights where we would get home at 9 o'clock. I would come downstairs and say, I have to have a video today. I didn't fucking upload anything. What am I going to do?
Yep.
I'd come down here. I'd go live. I'd play a random game. And I didn't always like it. That's the honest truth. Not just the game, but I mean, like, that kind of, like, schedule was
brutal.
It sucked. And then I had to get up at 6 in the morning, go to work again, and come home and do the same thing at night again. Mm-hmm. So for a while there, we really struggled to kind of find a pace, a proper pace. And so one thing led to another, and we hit, what was that, E3 2018? Yeah, it was E3 in 2018. And we started doing reactions to the new games that were announced. And then there was kind of like this moment in there where you and I were talking, and we had like 7 or 8 or 9 reactions that we had just done. Why didn't you upload, instead of all 7 of them right now, why didn't you upload 1 tomorrow, 1 the next day, 2 the next day, 2 the next day, and 2 the next day? And we started kind of getting in that pattern where it was like, okay, reaction, upload, we got something fresh for the day. I'm not worried about today. Now we got something for Thursday, we got something for Friday, we got something for Saturday. You mean I don't have to YouTube again until Sunday? I couldn't believe it. I'd never had that kind of free time since this channel started. Never. It was the best thing that ever happened to us, was realizing that that's how we should be running the channel. We should be scheduling things further out. So instead of recording Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe not having to record on Sunday, we only had to record 1 or 2 or sometimes even 3 days a week. Record multiple videos in a recording session, upload them, schedule them out, and we were good to go.
And that way you'll have time throughout the week. When you know you have videos set, you have time to check for other videos that you can do.
Absolutely.
And you continue to keep your schedule 2 to 3 days in advance.
Yeah.
So you're not rushing out content.
Absolutely.
That's been a major positive for us.
Absolutely. And there was actually a point. The funny part is, I actually uploaded a video in November of 2018, I believe. It did not go live until January. Because I kept pushing it back.
Yeah.
I would just keep rescheduling it, keep pushing it back, because we kept having new content, because there were so damn many trailers coming out at the time, whether it was Resident Evil 2, or Sekiro, or Shadow of the Tomb Raider, games like that. So it's like, well, I don't need this to go up today. I got a reaction that's more important. Let's get that reaction up, push that video back 2 more days.
So you look at your content and you say, what's the most relevant thing?
And, you know, for us, even, like, let's say, you know, I'm going to upload these videos we have right now. Here's a perfect example. You know, I'll have Thursday, I'll have Friday, I'll have Saturday, I'll have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Get into next Wednesday. I don't have to touch YouTube until next Wednesday. That's how I'm thinking as a creator. But if they drop a trailer we need to react to, if they drop interesting content we should talk about, if there's a big update for Rage 2 or Days Gone or even Sekiro, Borderlands, anything like that. If there's a new collector's edition we should break down that's time sensitive and more important, we can push those scheduled videos, each of them back on YouTube, and put the more important video the next day.
And that's kind of how you do it. That way you know you're set up for a few days.
Yeah.
Again, it takes some major pressure off of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it allows you to kind of see, right, the sea of content. So
no shit.
And say, okay, instead of being so caught up in rushing a video out, let me step back, let me look and see what's out there. Is there something that I think would be actually relevant for my channel?
Yeah.
Again, this is kind of speaking from our personal experience with the videos we do. But is there, like you said, a collector's edition that's just gotten announced? Is there, you know, a suggestion from a subscriber that they want us to look at? Is there something else that we can do that people want to see right now?
That's really relevant.
And we know that we have content set up for 3 or 4 days. So again, we're not just this narrow, blind focus into creating content without having a purpose, so to speak. I think that's really important.
Well, you know, and that was the thing for the longest time. It's like you come down every night and you do the same thing every night. And I do. I think we were doing it the wrong way for a while. I do. I don't think we ever really, you know, had
Well,
that
you weren't
figured
really
out.
able to step back and just
Yeah.
look at what's out there.
You know, 3 months after we started the channel, our uncle got into a car accident that could have killed him, and almost did. So we thought basically, like, as we started getting things going, you know, we were getting patrons, we were getting donations, you know, we got a capture card. 3 months into this channel's existence, we thought it was over. We really thought it was over. And somehow, we still kept bringing out content out, and things just kept up. And that was a huge commitment. And then, once the channel evolved, and once, you know, I started learning the finer ins and outs of YouTube, which really helped. And I'm glad I had a chance to learn that stuff. But once I started learning that, now, if I don't have a video uploaded for tomorrow, it's my own fault. Because I can upload it and schedule it in advance. So now it's just kind of like, well, I don't need to upload something for Thursday. I'll do it Wednesday night when I get home. That's my own choice. I don't feel like I have to rush home from work to do it. And it's been a nice change. And it's really helped not just my free time. I've actually been able to play video games.
Your health.
My sanity.
So I just think that's really important that for those of you wondering, thinking about, you know, doing a channel, and number one, you create a schedule. You stick to your schedule at all times. And you ensure that you create the content when you're not under pressure to create the content.
Yeah.
That is just really important to get that mindset correctly. The way your personality is in your content, the way you project in the content, the way you can actually give it the time it deserves, all of that stuff matters. And, you know, again, you don't see it necessarily as the creator, right? But
your viewers will.
The viewers see it, right? They'll see it. So you want to come at your videos, come at your content from a fresh perspective.
Yes.
Not from an exhausted perspective or from a I wish I wasn't doing this perspective.
Because then it won't reflect in your
really
videos.
Important. You won't have the passion that you need to do this. Yeah. And there is something to be said for passion, right? People can see that. People can, you know, they feel connected to that passion.
Yes.
Again, whether they agree with you or not is not necessarily the point. You've got to be passionate. You've got to want to do this.
Yep.
And again, coming at it from an exhausted state of mind, coming at it from a rush, I have to rush out a video state of mind, I have to have something, so I'll just do whatever, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
None of that is the right way to go about it.
Oh, no. Nope. But I would definitely say, you know, watching this channel evolve from just being gameplays, just being live streams, I don't even know what else we did. No BS reviews. I would say watching this channel evolve from just being those couple things to being gameplays, live streams, no BS reviews, collector's edition breakdown reviews, anime unboxing, anime discussion, figure unboxings and discussions. Is it worth it? The all our fishing content from real Wisconsin, you know, all of that stuff. to watch this channel evolve from just a little bag of tricks into being kind of like a plethora and a multitude of content has really been cool. And to watch us grow from, 1 or 2 or 3 patrons to, 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 patrons has been incredible. When we finally got monetized back in, I think it was November or October or whatever it was phenomenal. I still remember the night you came running down here and gave me my phone. It had the email on it. Congratulations, you've been approved for monetization. It's like, that's everything we worked for. When you reach that 1,000 subscriber mark.
It was very cool.
It was. But that's a huge milestone, and you can say to yourself, okay, I'm monetized. Now I'm going to let my videos make me my money. Whatever. That's your choice. And now I'm only going to produce maybe content once a week or twice a week. Or you say, hey, now I'm monetized. I have more incentive to continue producing, and now I'm going to do videos 5 days a week, 7 days a week, more than I'm doing now, and I'm going to push the content harder than ever, and I'm going to do my best job every time I do it, because of the fact that I now have reinforcement to continue doing that. So you have to decide, is this something you really want to keep going and building, or is this something that you don't really care if it continues past point X? You know what I mean?
Yep. So each person has to kind of do what, kind of find that. But again, the number one thing that you can do here, if you're thinking about making a channel and being real serious about it, if you're you have to dedicate it to it. Absolutely. There has to be a certain, again, if you want to do videos 1 day a week, then you have to block that into your schedule and say, okay, Wednesday is my day off, whatever, from 6 to 8 p.m., I'm doing videos. And that has to be blocked into your schedule, and that has to be a priority.
And you have to tell yourself, I don't have a choice, I have to do it.
You do. And you don't get to start skipping days, because then
you won't
skip them once,
skip them again.
Skip them all.
Same with going to school.
It's like going to class in college. Skip one class, skip them all.
Yep.
It's a bad habit, and you don't get out of it. Going to the gym, same thing.
Skip
if you want to go to the gym 3 days a week, you don't fucking skip it. You go.
Yep.
You skip it once, you'll skip them all. Very important that you're consistent and dedicated.
Yes.
And again, necessarily how many videos you upload are irrelevant. Quality of video is relevant. Coming at it with a passion is relevant.
Yes.
Coming at it with your own voice and something
it doesn't sound like you're
something interesting to say, whatever it is, something interesting to say, important.
And it doesn't sound like you're regurgitating what somebody else already said word for word.
That's right. Having your own voice.
Very important.
Those are the things you need if you want to be successful on YouTube. And, again, success is a different, what's success? Well, I mean, for us it was getting 1,000 subscribers and at least being able to make a couple bucks on our videos.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what we always thought it was.
Yeah.
This channel has grown a lot further than we ever thought it would.
Yeah.
I didn't really think I'd ever get to 2,000 subscribers, to be honest with you.
Now we're on our way to 22. We're looking to get to 3.
Yep. So it's been an awesome ride.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if we can do it, you guys can do it. Really.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not that special So if you guys are watching this, we're just two guys with a PC that have a love of gaming and anime, and I mean, find your passion.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about video games. It can be about whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
So find it and record yourself. If you have a challenge with speaking or feeling nervous in front of a camera, stand in front of the mirror and talk for a while. It's amazing how great that can be for you.
The great...
record yourself with your camera on your PC and watch it back, and you can learn what you can do better in your videos. I do that a lot when I record some of my reviews. I rewatch them because I want to see where maybe I stuttered a little bit or where I didn't make as clear of a point as I wanted to make, and I try to learn from that and get better in each of my subsequent videos.
Absolutely, very true. I've always felt comfortable in front of the camera. I've never felt uncomfortable, ever since kind of getting towards my later years in high school. It's kind of a natural thing for me. But there's definitely still moments where I'm just like, man, I could have said that better.
Yeah.
I could have done that better. Okay, maybe I sucked at the gameplay. Who really gives a shit? But the commentary was poor. There was no substance to it. It was just 20-second pause. Blah, blah, blah. You see all that stuff when you watch it back and you think that could have been better.
Yeah.
And you'll learn that and you'll grow with that as you do videos and as you do content. And I think our content has definitely evolved since we started doing it.
We don't script our videos.
Ever.
Again,
we have notepads.
Yep, we use a notepad. We write down a couple little things just so we absolutely don't have like that awkward 30 seconds where we don't know what to talk about. But we don't script our videos. I caution you against scripting your videos if you can help it. Maybe if you're really, really nervous in front of a camera and you're really unsure how it's going to go, you can try scripting one or two of your initial videos just to kind of see how you sound, check your settings, things like that. But I highly caution you against scripting videos. It comes off very robotic, very fake.
Yes.
And I just...
Unless you're a true master of articulation, it will come off fake and robotic.
I caution against it highly. For the most part, again, we have a general idea of what we want to talk about, whether there's basically any video we do, even this one. This is a totally unscripted video.
Yep.
No, there's no notes. This is for a review that we did.
That's for second.
But for the most part, this is an unscripted video. And it's
the whole channel is basically unscripted.
Yeah, and it's just us kind of feeding off each other.
Yeah.
And again, we have a general point that we want to make, a general outline for the video that we've discussed before we sat down to record this.
Yep.
But as far as having this word for word, like what
down.
we're going to talk about, not really.
Nope.
So again, I personally caution against it, but you got to do what's comfortable for you. And again, maybe it is something you try for the first couple of videos, just so you can get that sense of accomplishment down.
And we've actually been asked that a few times. Yeah. I know Zelda Master asked me that a few times, and I know also APK actually asked us if we script our videos and if we write it out beforehand. Like you look at some content like our Collector's Edition breakdown and reviews, a lot of times I've seen the Collector's Edition before we go into it. This is not a secret. This is obvious. I've seen it before we go into it. Somebody will share with me, dude, there's a Collector's Edition for Kill la Kill. Go look at it. There's a Collector's Edition for Borderlands. Check it out. So they'll do that, right? And I'll go look at it and I'll say, oh, fuck, here we go. We got to do this one.
I almost never see it ahead of time.
And
I try to never see them ahead of time.
So I'll say
personally, just because I want to give you an honest answer.
Well, what did I say to you the other day when we were working together? Jdog, we've got a new thing we got to look at. This is going to blow your fucking mind. Like, we talk about it all the time. I talk to you about it, and I'm super excited about it because I can't wait to see your honest, unfiltered reaction to it, whether it's good or bad. And sometimes it's good, and I expect it to be bad. We had that the other day with the Dragon Ball Z 30th anniversary breakdown. But all that aside, we go into that, and there's nothing written down for that. That's just, okay, let's read over what we get. Let's look at the pictures provided. Let's check out what they're giving us. What's the price? Do we think it's worth it? I mean, that's about as off the cuff as you can be. That's about as on the fly as you can be with content, especially like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we don't script videos.
Nope.
Again, different things work for different people.
Absolutely.
For us, it's just more about kind of being in the moment and saying what's in our head. It's not about trying to create this perfectly rehearsed video or this perfectly, pitched video where we're controlling every single word that comes out of our mouths all the time, so to speak.
Yeah, if we want to do that, I can just edit it out.
Yeah. So, again, that's kind of some of the power of the video editing tools. If you do really make a huge mistake, you can kind of cut that out with some editing tips and tricks, so to speak. But as far as actually scripting something and having some big board behind us with our words on it, it's just not the way we do it.
And as far as video editing tools go, some people wonder, well, what do you guys use? We use Corel Video Studio X10.
Yep.
I used I think 7 before that, but we use Corel Video Studio X10. It works really good for us. I've never had a problem with it. I think I paid between $30 and $50 for it, and I love it. Absolutely love it.
Easy to use, relatively. I mean, for the most part, most videos just need basic editing. You're adding in maybe a music bit here or there. You're adding in your end cards, your start cards, so to speak, and just that's it. And
so we get some comments during some of the live streams, in some of the videos. Love your trash cover arts. And I don't actually think they're being sarcastic. I think they're being serious. So the cover arts for us, we use our camera to take posed pictures of us, stuff like that.
Yep.
And I use a website called PicMonkey. actually go on to PicMonkey. You can open up your main picture, whether it's a cover art for the game or the collector's edition or whatever it is. You can shape it to the size you want it to be, so it's not too big to use it as a cover art on YouTube. And then you can do overlays, and you overlay your picture, and then I actually manually, people aren't going to believe this, I actually manually use an eraser and erase all of the green screen behind us. For every fucking cover art. And let me tell you what, there's a lot of cover arts that I do custom cover arts. So there's a lot of erasing, but I've gotten so good at it now that it just doesn't even, it takes me maybe 20 seconds to do each one.
Yeah.
But you know, you'll learn that over time. And then instead, because with PicMonkey, if you want to actually save the picture, you have to be a user, like a subscriber user. You have to pay money. So what I just do is I just screenshot it, take both my screens, shrink it down, and crop out what I want to use, which is the screenshotted portion. Works great. You know, say whatever the hell you want. It works great, and it works for us.
Yep.
And you will need to use some of those tools, and you'll need to use some knowledge of things like that in order to get started, because it is going to seem like a monumental task.
Yeah, and you know, good cover arts are important. Titles that evoke some feeling, right? I think one of the things that we talk about a lot is, I don't care if you agree or disagree. I don't care if you're mad or happy. I just care that you're one of those.
Yeah, like I want to know.
Indifferent is the absolute only feeling I'm disappointed about.
Yeah. So let me give you an example here. So let's look at a channel like IGN, millions of subscribers, right? They can do a video called Sekiro Shadows Die Twice review.
Yeah, because it's IGN and you're gonna watch it.
And you're gonna watch it. And they have millions of subscribers, and they're gonna all see it.
Yep.
Smaller channels, you need to say something in your video title that gets people's attention. You know, better than Dark Souls, ! Denotes a discussion topic. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, full review. Chances are somebody's going to watch that, especially if they're a major Dark Souls fan.
They want to know.
They want to know. They want to see that, and they want to see your thoughts on it. You know, you got a game that you thought was really bad. You're not going to come out and you're not going to come out and say
such and such game review.
Dragon Quest XI review. You're going to come out and say, Dragon Quest XI, ... kind of sucks. The full review. It's going to get people's attention. Because it's how you feel. It's the reality of how you feel.
It's going to evoke a feeling in them. They're either going to say, yeah, I kind of agreed with that, or they're going to say, what? I love this game. This guy's an idiot. I got to see what he has to say.
Yeah.
So either way, they're still going to feel something other than an indifference to the title, which is Dragon Quest XI, review. That's an indifferent title.
And people are going to say, well, I already watch IGN. I don't really give a shit what this random
This is
subscriber YouTube
channel. I don't care about his review. I'm going to watch IGN's review because they're relevant. I'm going to watch, you know, any of these other channels that have millions of subscribers. I'm going to watch their review because they're relevant. Okay? 4 subscriber channels are not relevant. We don't care what you think. Right? I mean, that's the general consensus.
Oh, wait, now.
Oh, wait, you said
it sucks?
Uh-oh.
Well, now, hold on. Now, I don't agree with... Hey, whoa, you got an opinion about a game on YouTube? Well, hold on. I got to know what you think, and I got to tell you you're a fucking idiot, and you should do your goddamn research. I still watched your video. I clicked on it. I clicked the thumbs down, and I left you a comment.
There's quite a lot of interaction.
A lot of interaction.
Yep.
For a 4-subscriber channel.
Yep.
Like it or not, that's what small channels need to do to break through. Or you need to get really lucky.
Yep. Or get really lucky, or
get in with an indie game dev somewhere, show their content first on your channel, get people coming there initially for that, and that's how you branch out. I mean, there's a lot of ways to build a channel. But the way that we found that works for us is sometimes you just got to say what you think. And you're going to have people that do or don't agree. And
at least they have a thought. At least they have an opinion. At least they have a feeling.
Yeah, I know Handyman is going to love this. It's just like pro wrestling.
It is.
So a wrestler comes out, the crowd goes total ape shit, cheers for him, chants for him, they love him. That's good. A wrestler comes out that people hate, and they boo him, they throw middle fingers, they got signs, they're throwing cups at him after the match. That's great for the wrestler.
Yep, that's great.
The wrestler comes out and the crowd is dead silent. That wrestler is not coming out again.
Yep.
Because that wrestler did not get a reaction from the crowd. You have to find a way to get a reaction from the viewers and from the audience on YouTube. Whether that's through your title, through your cover art, through both, through fantastic content, through sharing, through networking. You need to find out what works for you.
That's right.
Jdog, your thoughts on that?
Well, you got to get a reaction. If people don't watch the video, who cares?
Yeah, no, you're right.
If I make a video and nobody watches it, does it make a sound?
Ooh, I don't know.
There's some philosophy 101 for you.
Shit, dude.
Wow, that just blew your fucking mind.
Triggered. Wow. Shook.
I'm shook.
So, I think at the end of the day, Jdog, starting a YouTube channel right now in 2019 is all about finding your original voice.
You got two different sides of the spectrum, right? You've got the major problem with starting a YouTube channel in 2019. There's a lot of channels. How do you break through the clutter? The positive is everybody's on YouTube, right? YouTube's got it bigger than ever.
You have an automatic audience.
You have an automatic audience, potential audience, just like a TV station,
Yep.
right? You have an automatic potential audience. Get them watching.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. How are you going to get them watching? That's up to you.
Well, that's the secret sauce.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we really got the answer.
I wouldn't say we've got the answer, but I would.
But we have been able to get a few thousand subscribers, so I mean, I feel pretty good about that. So
over 1 million views.
Over 1 million views, yeah. So
8, 9, 10 patrons.
So that's very cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel pretty good about it.
Proud of this channel. Proud of what we've done.
Yeah, proud of you guys for being here and supporting us.
Yeah, we're grateful to it. If you guys liked this breakdown, this discussion, this honest episode of Pleb Talk today, which I just love Pleb Talk. I missed it so damn much because it's a chance for us to just connect with you guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video, comment down below, give us your thoughts. Are you a new and aspiring YouTuber? Are you starting out? Give us your thoughts on your ideas for your own channel down in the comments, or give us your thoughts just in general on becoming a creator on the YouTube platform. And we'll see you right here next time on the Balding Plebs for more honest, real YouTube content like this.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Good night.
GG, you plebs.